thinking about the well being of everybody in our community. I'm not sure what is going on because I feel like there have been waves of destruction financially that have been affecting me, and I'm not sure if it's the whole community. I feel like, say for instance, one thing leads up to another. So you get a hint that you're going to have trouble paying your rent. It's not because you don't have money, it's because you ran out of time. It's because you ran out of patience from the other party because this, that, or the other. So I'm just talking to you guys about luck, chance, fate, witchcraft. So I feel like that there are some people that are working. So, say for instance, if you are not a karmic person, you're a divine female or male, right? And so you are working toward your goals of just keeping your life together, making things work. And so, basically, you're trying to do your thing. You're not really paying attention to the energies coming off of other people. And so the issue that may be going on is that other people are watching you if you're a divine person. They're trying to get into your energy, they're trying to steal your energy. So, say for instance, I have this woman at work. When she comes to work, my luck is so messed up, it's horrible. Like, I'm late for work, I look horrible. My whole life is falling apart. And then when she doesn't come to work, my life is great and I kind of look kind of cute. So what I'm just talking to you guys about is why is it that the powers that be seem to want a lot of us to be disenfranchised economically, whether it's our housing or whatever else the case may be? So thankfully, so I had heard something like either in tarot or in horoscope where the people who have were not going to have and the people who had not were going to have. So say for instance, thankfully, I had learned how to take care of myself financially for the past year and a half or something. And so think like it's a blessing to have a roof over my head, right? And so it's not like I'm going to boast and say, I'm so good at taking care of myself. Maybe you should be like me. And, like I'm not going to boast because it's by the grace of God that I'm making it, right? And so I'm not really sure why is it that people sometimes are looking at us and saying, why does Lori, so my name is Lori, why does Lori have it all? Why do you think that I have it all? Is that true or is it not true? Number one. But then so it's just a matter of like I said, the haves and the have nots, and then when things reverse. So is it astrology that's making it reverse? Is it witchcraft that's making it reverse? I'm not really sure. So what I'm just trying to say is when I look around, it's not even that I look around, but I hear. I hear say many of us are having trouble having a place to stay. This has been going on for a week and it's been like a process of us stepping down. So if you had a roof over your head by the grace of God, you've been in a process of stepping down by fate, by astrology, by people bewitching you or whatever the case may be. And so you find yourself in a weird spot where it's like you planned. And you said, well, I planned to make sure I had money to pay this bill, but your money disappeared. You know what I'm saying? So I do not understand the dynamics of what is going on. And I had opened my mouth to pray. And so I said, when I'm going to pray, why don't I record my prayer? Because sometimes it's very helpful. And so let me start my prayer right now. And guys, forgive me. I have bifocal vision, so I kind of always am hiding one eye so it doesn't kind of throw you off. But anyway, I'm going to pray right now. Adonai, Creator Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your goodness and your mercy. I do not know why. Why is it that sometimes you seem to forget your people? I don't know why it is that sometimes it's some of the most beautiful souls that get hurt. And I'm not sure who is pulling the strings, dear Creator. Is it your angel? Because we're in a spiritual warfare. So it's the archonic beings versus mankind. It's the earth angels versus the archonic beings. And so there are times when those archonic beings are no more. And by mistake, we call their names and they come back to cause problems in our lives, to challenge us on a day to day basis. Because you guys don't know, the fallen angels are upset with mankind. They're upset with us because we have so many blessings. We have free will. That's the biggest blessing in our life is free will. And so they're kind of mad. And so they challenge us all the time. They challenge us with the ability to find love. They challenge us with the ability to keep love. They challenge us with the ability to live abundantly and beautifully in the will of God. And so, guys, I'm just asking you, I'm not sure what's going on. See, God, what God wants us to do is honor Him. And He gave us the 10 Commandments so that we can respect one another, live happily in peace, and have happy lives. And so it's not to say that we're perfect people and we would want to keep the 10 Commandments, because I know that we're modern people in America, we're just people. We might try to be good a little bit, but sometimes we fall short just by default, right? I get it. Um, but anyway, what I'm just saying is that so me, I'm here to help mankind, so I'm an earth angel. For some reason they want to kill off the angels on the earth and then there's no one to defend us or help us. That's not right, because so an earth angel's job is kind of to point the fallen angels back to the right way, is to help mankind. We're kind of like good shepherds, kind of pointing you guys in the right direction. And we're people too, so we're learning as we go too. Thankfully, some of us have been brought up in the right way, so we know how to point you in the right direction. But what I'm saying is, if you guys don't mind, if you have a good heart, it would be great if we could pray for one another. I'm not sure if the prayer helps, because say for instance, in my state where I am right now, it's cold. It's not normally cold here, so it's cold enough to kill your pet fish if they're not with the water heater on or whatever. So anyway, the point is, guys, thank you for listening to this today. We can kind of debate with one another and figure out what is it that's causing our energies to kind of mess up. Then we can ask whether or not our energies are going to come back into right form again. Because if you are manifesting good energy, if you're trying to work toward your goals, you're supposed to actually be able to produce what you're trying to manifest, unless there is a devil sowing bad seeds in our lives to cause us to fail. So, I'm just asking a bunch of questions, and I didn't really finish praying because I don't know. So God says, if He remembers the sparrow, why do we not think that He will remember us? And so the funniest thing during this week, I thought my bread was disappearing. Literally, like I would buy bread and the whole loaf would be gone. And I'm like, why is the like? I almost wonder, was there a bread thief, taking bread or whatever? It sounds so funny, but then I was also thinking that at the same time, sometimes we do spiritual miracles. Like, say for instance, if you spiritually created food for someone to eat because they were hungry, like if you have spiritual gifts, I always wonder, where does that food source come from? Because people will always ask, like, well, how did you do that? I don't actually know where the food source comes from. Sometimes it's the power of our thought. But what if, say for instance, I helped someone to be spiritually fed and then someone else's food physically disappeared? I don't know. That thought came to me because I'm not really sure how we do the spiritual miracles that we do. Thankfully, I found my bread a couple of days later. So it's like there were 3 loaves of bread that were missing. Well, 2, and I had to go buy more. But the good news is, at least when I don't have money, at least I've had extra bread when I finally found the bread. But anyway, I threw out a lot of thoughts to you guys. I'm just hoping that for the working poor, that we will make it through these challenging times. So I was on a roller coaster going down, or a staircase going down, as far as, why is it that I have money but I can't pay my rent? Why is it that the money keeps disappearing here and there, and or people don't like me now all of a sudden and now I can't pay my rent? Why is it that when I try to move into a new place, couldn't move in, and then the old place didn't want me, and then I had no place to go? So like I said, we're working down to basically showing me that I have no place to live, and that wasn't really fair because I thought I had plans in advance. So like I said, how many of us is this happening to? Then we ask God, why is this happening? And then we just ask, dear Creator, it's by your grace that I survive. I do work hard, I do care, but please don't forget me. You care about the sparrows. Please don't forget me. And, thank you for that food, clothing, shelter. Thank you for your blessings, dear Creator. And thank you for right people in my life. you know? So that is what I'm working on right now, is trying to create good energy for me, trying to understand what's going on in my environment. And if I see something wrong going on, like if I see a lot of archonic beings taking advantage of us and hurting us, I'll pray about it and I'll let you know if I see it, okay? But anyway, take care. I hope things are working out better for you, and that because like I said, I'm just curious at how many people, because I've heard a lot of people are being affected by it, but that's just maybe in my local community. But yeah, if something's going on with you guys, you can let us know, and we can maybe figure out or pray and help each other, okay? All right, take care, be blessed. Don't do dangerous things that put yourself in danger, because sometimes we do try to help people physically, and then those same people have wrong ideas of life, and their idea of making it through may not be through hard work. It may be through like insurance fraud or something. I've tried to help someone physically before because like I just felt like I should have. Probably it's a funny story. So it was hard for me to find the man, and so I saw someone that I knew and he was kind of on the streets, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." And then I said when I passed by him again, I was going to pick him up, but that night I was driving Lyft or Uber, and I didn't pass by him again when I was coming back. And I felt bad. So I was like, the next guy that I see, like black man that I see that needs help, I'm gonna help them. And I was in a house at that point. I did help the next man that I passed by, but it kind of hurt me later because it caused me like multiple car accidents or whatever. Because that guy's idea of blessings financially was wrong in my eyes, because we don't cause accidents to get insurance money. That's not the right way to live. So like I said, just pray, and hopefully things work out for you. So anyway, take care, be blessed, okay?